Right. I want y'all to focus on the table. Swing that around. All right. Yeah, we looking real professional. How is the content looking now, right? How is the content looking now? Come on in. Happy Saturday, all. We're gonna get to some topics. I'm gonna talk a little boxing because we do have the big unification fight. Boots Ennis is shining. The ball is in his court tonight for him to officially turn up the welterweight division. You have the other champion. I'm gonna get to that. They're hating. It is what it is. Like, you guys don't want to speak on it, but shout out to Pop Ennis, right? And I know a lot of the other content creators were gonna take the bait. Right? See, that's the difference between the Source and these other guys. These other guys, they need that messy shit. They need that messy shit for views, right? So they cater to that, right? I don't cater to that, man. I'm not about that, right? This is the motion talk, Mr. 10%. But if you are a champion, I want to say that. Hold on, I want to get this out there, right? I'm gonna share this link real quick. I'm gonna say something that I want people to catch, right? And I just feel like a lot of these dudes be hating so much, right? That they don't even realize that they hating, right? They have no clue that they're haters, because it's just human nature for them, right? But they're hating, right? And then you look, you be like, I'm gonna show the pattern, right? Of these guys, how they was hating, right? See, Pop Ennis didn't call them haters. Pop Ennis said that they trying to get exposure and clout chasing and shit, but they hating, man. And I'm gonna show you how they hating, right? And the reason why they hating is, instead of focusing on their situation, what they got going on, they're always trying to compare what they do to others. You're a hater. You're a hater. That's it. It's just like content creating. All these content creators be in competition, right? That's why I say that about them. Like, you niggas be in secret competition, so you can't compete with somebody whose goals and things that they're trying to do it different from yours. But Brian Norman Sr., you are a hater. I'll tell you that to your face, homie. I don't really fuck with you. You still never came clean and apologized when you thought you knew who I was, right? And then in turn, you was looking in the mirror. All your adjectives about me was you, and it's still playing out to this day. And all these platforms you go on and things you talk about, that's you. What you try to say about me and my brand and my businesses, that's you. But it's so evident now, right? Here, and like I told you the last time before I blocked you, when you left that dumb comment, and I was like, yo, celebrate your victory. Celebrate your victory, right? But instead of you celebrating your victory, still now, right? You are so conditioned and worried about what Jerome Boots Ennis and the Ennis family is doing. Right? Now that shit done trickled over to your son. Your son is on that type of time, right? I watched him do a couple interviews this week, and he was on the same thing. Like, bro, y'all are champions. If it's gonna be, it's gonna be, right? But you always comparing what you're doing to what he did at 24 and all that, that's hate. You're hated, man. You know why you're hating? I'm gonna tell you why you're hating, right? Because the situation that they got over there puts your situation to shame at Top Rank. Boots is fighting for millions of dollars. You're not fighting for no millions. please debunk this. Go on whoever's show, right? Because you won't come over here. I don't want you over here. We can't break bread together no more, brother. I don't want, yeah, once you disrespect me and mines and what I got going on, I'm good. You know, I just wish you the best, right? But you're hating because your situation is nowhere close to the situation that Boots has. Nowhere close to it. Nowhere close to it. And you're feeling some type of way. That's why you always say, "Oh, when I get to his age or when it's that." Like, nah, don't worry about that. See, that's a lot of people's problems. They're always worried about what the next man got, what the next man is doing, right? How is the content looking now, though, man? How is my content looking now, man? How am I looking? How am I sounding now, man? You know, you do have options, man. But tonight is Boots' night, man. Like I said, all he has to do is be successful against Stanionis. And man, Ring Magazine, WBA, and the IBF. You see, that's why I brought the IBF out, man. For those over here, hit the like button, man. Smash the like button, man. Likes is free, man. Hit the like button, man. But yeah, that's the big fight tonight. I want to look at some. I got my blockers on, man. I was up. I want to look at some odds real quick. Man, I don't really plan on placing no bets tonight, man. Because all the guys that I want to bet on, I can't really get no action. I don't see no upsets. You heard? I don't really see no upsets. You know, you gotta get the upsets to really make some money. Or you need like a specific round. You bet on a specific round and it goes down, yeah, you rock and roll. But I don't really see that tonight. I like Shakur's little cousin, Zai. Is that the Zai pack? Right. But yeah, they was hating. Well, he did the interview. See, messy platforms allow that shit. I don't. That's not my cup of tea. I'm gonna be like, yo, it sounds like you kind of salty. I'm gonna say that. If you coming off hating, I'm like, yo, to me, you sounding a little salty. What's up with that? I'm gonna be like, yeah, you sounding a little salty. Right, you gotta let it be known, right? 'Cause I would have been like, yo, you a world champion. But I dig it. You know what? And Bozy said this, right? From what I'm hearing, you're gonna fight in Japan. So you're not, Boots ain't even on your radar. Why you even like that? But that's boxing, man. That's how the game is groomed, man. Fighters talk about fighters that ain't even on their radar to fight. Especially if they feel like that fighter. Yeah, I started my podcast now. Please, I'll call you later. Just text me. Yeah, didn't I tell you they always do that? That's why I said do not disturb, right? Do not disturb. Like, motherfuckers watch you, but they tell you they don't watch you. Moment I set up, I'm rocking and rolling, you want to hit the jack. Nah, man. Go ahead with that, man. See, I've been so locked in the focus on what I'm doing now and growing. All that I pay attention to. I've been catching those like Randy Moss. I was in here setting up for about 15, 20, damn, almost 30 minutes. Right? No calls. The moment I go live, like, come on, man. Those be the same ones that they claim they don't watch you or support what you do, right? But let's go over here and look and see what some of this action is looking like in the boxing round. Right? Raymond Savage Ford. Do you think Raymond Savage Ford is going to stop, buddy? See, these are the type of parlays that you might have to play. Right? You take Zay. Zay is a big time favorite, right? So he's a younger, newer fighter, so they won't have like if he's gonna get a knockout and things like that. But you think Raymond Ford, right? Now if you take Raymond Ford, right? This is how you play around with it, right? Will the fight go the distance? Okay, see, now there you go. Put that in. That spices it up. And then you come up here. You take Amari Jones, right? Oh look, they got Amari Jones got some joints. Let's see. Amari Jones is definitely gonna stop this guy. Cause they building his profile up. So you take Amari Jones for the stoppage. And then you go to the grand finale, right? Let me see what Boots is looking like. Yes. No. Now look, if Boots is able to get Stanley on the Saturday, you bet on a knockout, you're looking at something. Right? But Boots has to stop him. Is Boots gonna stop him? Bozy and them said this before. It's all about how you want to play it, man. If you take Boots for the stoppage, right? Which a lot of people don't think he's gonna do. You're looking at a little something, right? That's Boots for the stoppage. That's Amari Jones with the stoppage. That's Shakur's cousin for the win. You're looking at a little something. Look, right there. That right there. That slip is what? I'm gonna give you the odds on that slip right there. Plus 512. It's a good slip. But Raymond Ford's fight can't go the distance, and Boots' fight can't go the distance. Those are the odds. That's what I'm looking at, man. That's what I'm gonna put a little coin down on, man. You do have options, man. But yeah, that's my one free parlay of the day. All right. But let's get back over here, man. Like I said, this is a big moment for Boots. It's so big to the point where he has other fighters who are champions focused on him. And they rightfully sure they should be. But more so, if you're not going to fight him next, like I said, I don't think Brian Norman Jr. is fighting him next. You're going to be going to Japan from what I'm hearing. So I really wouldn't even be mentioning him. Right? But I get it though. Like when you look, and this is Mr. 10% talk now, right? So I got my card here. This is Mr. 10% talk, right? I became a lot of things that people didn't want me to become. So this is Mr. 10% talk, man, right? When you look at the landscape and the logistic of what we just witnessed, right? Granted, this is a unification fight. It is a cross-promotion, co-promotion type of deal. But they did a lot of marketing. And what's the name? Look, I'm going to show you this. Look, while I'm talking, I can also pull this up over here. You guys that's on the behind the scenes, you're not going to be able to see it. But those of you that are in sync over here definitely can see it, right? Now we go over here to Matchroom Boxing. I just want to show you. Matchroom. Right? This is what we call when the machine is behind you. Have you ever heard me say he got the machine behind him? This is what I mean. Right? He has the machine behind him, right? And this is another reason why I say those guys are over there just mentioning Boots' name. Because the machine is behind them, right? The machine is behind them, right? Pay attention, right? Okay. That's one post. Look, another, right? Another. Team Ennis. Another. Right? Another from the press conference, right? More, right? Right? There he is at the, I think that was the, like their rec center or the YMCA down there in Atlantic City. More. Look at all the promotion on this, man. Look at all the promotion, right? Look at all the fight week marketing, right? Look, another one, right? This is him at the baseball game, right? Look, him right here, right? Yeah, right? Look at all the promoting and marketing, right? So, as a fighter, right, you're looking at that, right? You're looking at that. You're like, damn, my last fight week, did I get that? Did I get that for my last fight week? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? That's why you come on, you do live streams and interviews, and you're bringing up his name, right? Look, we can go over the top rank right now. Wow. Well, let's go over the top rank. That's why the good thing about social media is good. It's cool when they do it, right? Let's go with social media. Because this guy's a world champion too, right? He might have had 5 posts the most leading up to his fight. They shout out to him. They're doing a wonderful job with him. I spoke to somebody about this behind the scenes. I said, yo, they should have had Brian Norman down there too in Puerto Rico. Why didn't they have him down there? You know? Oh, they had they rolled Keyshawn out. Right? Keyshawn got a big hometown fight coming up too. Right? But let's go back. This guy, like I said, Brian Norman Jr. is a world champion. There goes Jihad's fight. This guy's a world champion. So we got to go back a little bit. This is last week. All right. And the card that he was on was a decent card. But, like I said, it was his first title defense. He made the guy quit. But they didn't really push the line like that. Like how the Boots line is being pushed. Look, what's next? That's one post right there. That's after his good victory. There he goes putting in the work. That's him putting in the work. But watch, leading up to the fight. That's him coming in the arena. This is him. There was, the theme was Marvelous Hagler, right? Rest in peace to the great, right? All right, that's one post right here. This is the fight week now. This is the fight week. There's another 2, right? 3, 4, 5, right? 6, 7, right? 7, right? I said 5. So that's 7, 8 right here, right? That's 8. That's 8, right? Now let's look at the date on this one, right? Look at the date. 1 week out. 1 week out, they had 8 posts up into the fight, right? That we seen him in, right? 8. This was March 22nd. March 22nd. He had 8 posts. I counted 8 posts, right? Could have been more, right? But I don't think it was more. Now we go over here, right? Pay attention to what I'm giving y'all. This is Mr. 10% now. He had 8. 8 posts, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 right here, man. That's 8 already. 2 days ago. See the difference? Hold on. But I want to go back. Look. 9. Right? 10, 11. What was this? Hold on. 3 days ago. 11. Right? And I'm not even putting Stanley on this, right? 12 right here. When was this? 4 days ago. 12. 13. 5 days ago. Drowned him. Look, when's this? 6 days ago. 14. 15. 16. What's this? 7 days ago. 16. 17. Doubling them up already. April 3rd. All right. When was this? April 2nd. What we at? 19 right now? 19 posts. Right? This is what? 2021. What was this? March 31st. 21. Right? Damn. I want to go back to the 22nd. I want to go back to the 22nd so I can make it fair. Right? But they got 21 posts already by March 31st. See the difference? Right? This is Mr. 10% talk right here. This is Mr. 10% talk right here. You see the difference? Y'all following that or no? Let me know. Content, yes, correct, Malik. Are y'all following that? So Boost and his promotional company, Matchroom, has been pushing him crazy, right? Where Brian Norman, 8 posts I showed you. So yeah, why wouldn't you say his name? Why wouldn't you want to fight him? Because you want what he got, that push. And like I said, his situation, that's what Bozy spoke about earlier in the week. I ain't even gonna mention that guy's name, right? I ain't gonna mention that guy's name. They do enough talking, right? Bozy put it out there, what they was fighting for. They was making, the offer they was giving was way bigger than what they was ever received, right? But you can't tell people what to fight for. But my whole thing is, all right, if the money wasn't no good, why are you still talking about them? They didn't want to pay you. It was obvious you don't want to fight. But yeah, you're still talking about him. And the fact that you would have stopped him or beat him. If that's the case, just say you had took the fight for what? I think the highest it went up to was what, 1.7? And you knocked him off. Right? What you said you could do. You could knock him out, you hit, he can't hit, you stop him. Right? He do a lot of what you say, he do a lot of the flinching and all that, instead of coming with the hands up, right? He does the flinching. So you would have knocked him out for 1.7. Now you're a unified champion. I think when you come back to the table now, right? You really have the ball in your court, like what Boots has a chance to be doing tonight. So I get it why you're always bringing his name up. Are y'all following this? I get it, because Boots has said that if he wins tonight, he will have 3 belts. Ring Magazine, WBA, and the IBF. That's why we have the IBF on the table. Because the IBF is out on the table, man. This is the Source Experience, the news. Rashados, Motion Talk. How is the content looking now, man? How is the content looking now? Like I said, I'm going to stay on for a good hour, talk a little bit of boxing, and then I'm going to come on later at the crib. But I'm not going to waste my time with boxing later on. I just wanted to get this out of my system now. But yeah, they're hating. It is what it is, And continue to go to the messy platforms that allow you to hate. That don't be like, yo, you're fighting this guy though. You're fighting that guy. They just, what it is? The messy platforms, like my guy Malik would say, the dirty side of YouTube. That's what they feed off. I don't get into that shit. I'm gonna say, like, yo, I'm gonna tell you. That's why I don't really like interviewing people no more like that. I'm gonna be like, yo, that sounds kind of salty. If you are a champion, you should be concentrating on raising your profile. And that's the problem with boxing. People think that they gotta tear other people down to promote or market themselves when you don't. Right? That's another reason why they don't be pushing my shit. And that's the reason why whenever I catch any of that bullshit of me riding a wave, what wave am I riding right now, man? What wave am I riding right now? If you look, man, that's why they don't put me in to argue with them. Because the only wave that I actually be pushing is my wave. That's it. And they know that, man. So let's be clear on that, man. All right, let's be clear. They would never put me out there because I market goods and services that I do, that I'm a part of, that I have done. So please miss me with that shit. I'm Mr. Clean, aka Mr. 10%. I can never be associated or branded with the dirty side of YouTube boxing. Because the dirty side of YouTube boxing, respectfully, they are the jealous fan zone. I call them the jealous fan zone. That's what I call them. Jealous fan zone. Yeah. There's no jealous fan zone over here, man. This is the motion talk, right? We talking a little bit boxing, man. But yeah, I think that's the parlay that I'm gonna go with. That's the only one I would recommend because it's plus 500, but you need a lot of stoppages. Oh wait, did it go up? That's the only one I'm messing with. Right there. Put a nice little piece of change on that, you know. Other than that, I'm not really, you know, dibbling dabbling. Tomorrow is my daughter's birthday. Right, it is her birthday. Oh man, look, it went down. You mother, look, see, I should have put it in when I had it. Now it's under 5. It's 490. It was just 512, man. It was just 512. Motherfucker. It just, it literally went down, y'all. It literally went down that fast, see? Running my mouth. I was running my mouth, y'all. I got the bet in. My bet is in. But this is the source experience. Y'all, how was y'all Saturday going, man? Did y'all catch my content yesterday I dropped? When I had the Red Dragon on me, that was the Red Dragon. That was my Glock. That wasn't my Smith & Wesson. That was the Glock. AKA the Red Dragon. We ain't playing out here, man. That's why I tell these guys that come on here and they attempt to troll me. Oh yeah, play around on the internet. Just be respectful in person. Shout out to Bruce Gas in the building. What's up, Bruce? I'm talking about the Bruce and his hate, man. They don't look. These guys don't know how to build up a fight, man. They think they gotta tear down the other fighter in order to build up the fight. But that's what frenemies do because remember, once upon a time, they used to get a lot of work with Boots, man. That's why Bozy and them is confident, like, yo, you lying, man. You lying. You know what I'm saying? You lying. Oh, you need a wrench? Oh, I got you. Hold on, man. Hold on. Why you never said nothing, man? Give me 2 seconds, man. Yeah, hit the like button, Bruce OG. I got you. 2 seconds. Bruce said, where's my wrench? Give me 2 seconds, Bruce. I got you. I didn't know you didn't have a wrench.
I'm probably the only.
I had no clue. I had no idea. Look, yo, Bruce, I had no idea. I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea you didn't have a wrench, man. I got you right now. Hold on. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah, my kids be listening to that all the time. I'm not into that new shit, man. That's what they into. What the hell? What the hell? Well, let me make sure right now, Bruce. Bruce. I'm not Bruce, man. You coming at me about this, right? This ain't my shit, man. I don't look. There you go. I got you. There you got your wrench, Bruce. My bad, man. My bad. Look, you got a wrench, man. You know me. I'm one of the most unliked on YouTube. So I just come on YouTube to front and show my growth without it. You know. But look, I got you, Bruce. Look, and look, watch this, Bruce. Watch this. I got you, man. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? Look. What the hell? What the hell? I got boots, man. I got boots. There you go, right there. Look, Bruce, sorry. Here is your wrench. My bad, OG. What the hell? What the hell? I'm sorry, man. I got you wrenched up now. I like boots, man. I like boots, man. I think I'm riding with my guy Bozy, man. Bozy took care of me, man. Bozy's my guy, man. You know, I don't bite the hand that feeds me, man. You know, people that are loyal, I'm loyal. One thing about me, right? If you never did me wrong, or you do right by me, I'm loyal, man. If my guy said that Stanley Jonas is gonna bring something out of boots, I got boots, man. I got boots, man. I like boots. See, here we go. Oh, stop it. I'm on my podcast, man. Stop it. Right? What the hell? What the hell? Right? What the hell? What the hell? You see how people want to call you? Yes. Salute to you, Malik. Yeah, Malik. Sorry, Malik was in here earlier. To you, CW. CW, if you're just joining, I said they're hating on boots, man. And these content people are allowing that shit. You know, they allow certain shit for clicks and views instead of calling it out. Like, yo, it sounds like you're salty. It sounds like you're salty about Boots' situation. Cause right, not for nothing, let's talk about Boots' situation. Boots, and I think others have brought this up, but if you look, right, for me, as a, Mr. 10%, a media marketing agent, the situation that Boots Ennis has, this is March 26th. Look, this is like 23 posts. See, he tripled them up, man. What's his name had 8 posts from March 24th to the present. Yo, Boots had 24. Probably more than that, man. 24. But Boots has fought twice at home, and this is right down the road. Right down the road. This is his Matchroom situation. All for millions of dollars, right? And remember, let's talk about this real quick, CW. You remember when they was like, I'm gonna get to that, Bruce guys. Let me just finish this right here. Yeah, remember when Eddie Hearns lost the purse bid, right? All these guys, you know the ones I'm speaking on. Yeah, they was going ham. Yeah, they was going ham. Like, oh, what is he doing? Motherfucker fuck around and fought Karen in Philly for millions. Nobody's talking about that, right? Boots is fighting at home for millions of dollars. These guys are jealous, man. Just call a spade, I know it, right? Because I'm gonna say it, fuck it. When they first got over the top rank, they was jealous of Abdullah, Jihad, Shushu, all of these guys. Now that you're a world champion, so you don't need to be jealous of those guys no more. But you used to be jealous of them. Oh, we wasn't built up and developed like them. You been jealous, homie. You been jealous. See, you talk shit about me not realizing who I really am. You thought I was like the fuck niggas that you around, right? I could never be a fuck nigga, right? But you've been a jealous dude. And I told you, last time you commented on one of my videos, I was like, y'all don't play those games, bro. Like, you get that shit out your heart away from me, cause I'm not him. Word, I'm not him. Go over there with that where you play that shit out. I don't play those games, man. But you've been jealous forever. You've been jealous, and yes, yo, you right. But I think he's very well hydrated today. I think Bruce Ennis is probably looking like a middleweight right now, Bruce, because they didn't have that rehydration, and I think pay attention. Yesterday's ceremony wasn't a ceremonial weigh-in. That's why he looked that way. They knew that, right? Normally they would have had to weigh in early. Did y'all pay attention to that? A couple of y'all that's in here. Did y'all see that weigh-in was like 6 p.m. East Coast time, man? That's late. That's late, man. Normally the weigh-ins is like 1 o'clock, 1 o'clock. They had that shit at 6 in the evening because they knew there's no way tomorrow morning weigh-in, next day weigh-in. So he's probably real big right now. He probably ate a couple Philly cheesesteaks. Now he ain't eat no Philly cheesesteaks, but he got rehydrated, man. But yeah, he was what? Wow, 146.4. 140. And shout out to Stanionis for giving him his flowers, being a professional, making the weight. Yes, God did. Yes, he did. He did. He did, man. How is the content looking now, man? If you go to the behind the source views, I got the IBF belt though. He said that body doesn't like that, yo. You and wait, it can only take so much of that. Yes. But Boots is gonna be fine, man. I'm trying to, they used to only like the 10 pounds rehydrate. He's gonna get listen, he's a big welterweight, man. I was talking about that with Malik, right? He's like an Earl Spence. Remember how everybody was like Earl the biggest? They used to call Earl Spence a weight bully. Boots is a big dude. You remember when I interviewed him that time, many years ago, and I tried to get at Adam, he was seasoned. He knew. He knew. I was like, yo, right? I was like, yo, when I was in my backyard, it was me, him, and Bozy, we was kicking it. I was like, yo, I tried to sleep that one in real smooth, man. I'm a seasoned interviewer. I was like, yo, what you rehydrate to? He didn't give it to me. Yeah. I was like, yo, what you rehydrate to, man? You a big guy. Because remember when he fought, before he won the IBF, they didn't have none of that. Remember he fought that big Dominican in the bubble up there in Connecticut. That dude was huge. The guy he hit with the uppercut and he laid out on his back, that guy was big. And Boots was big. They was looking like middleweights in there. So I was like, yo, what you rehydrate to? He didn't give it to me. He didn't give it to me. Right? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? He didn't give it to me, man. But yeah, this should be a good card too. I want to see the co-main. I think Raymond Ford could stop this guy. I think Raymond Ford could stop him. How's the content looking now, man? These are available, by the way. The members only. Look at the quality on those, man. Hit the like button for the quality of these jackets, man. Hit the quality. Look, you know what I'm gonna do? I had the belt over here for the behind the scenes. I'll throw the belt on, man. I'll do the rest of the live like this, man. Cause I'm 40 minutes in, so I'll do the rest of the live like this, man. I'll throw the IBF, man. I was gonna bring the WBC that's autographed by my cousin, right? You ever seen that one? Y'all seen that one? But I bought the IBF out. I bought the IBF out today. Man, this right here is a significant belt. I remember when Earl Spence won one of these. Shout out to Earl. Hopefully, you're not involved in all that shit that they're talking about. But if you are, we pray for you. But this is the IBF right here. Shout out to Mr. Peoples, right? The IBF is from Jersey, right? I think all the rest of the sanctioning bodies are, international domestic, right? WBC is Mexico. WBO is Puerto Rico, right? The WBA, I believe, is Mexico too, right? Somebody put it in the chat, man. Let me know. We talking a little bit boxing today, man. But the IBF is homebred right here. This is Jersey. I can't forget New Jersey, right? How's the content looking, y'all? How is the content looking, man? Huh? How is the content looking now, y'all? Let them know, man. The Shogun is back. You warmed up yet? Are you warmed up yet, man? It's the IBF, though, man. How am I looking, man? How am I sounding? I will be back on later on. I'm going to do a power live at the crib. But I just wanted to come here in my professional settings and, rock this one out. What the hell? What the hell, right? What the hell? I can't wait till these fights tonight, man. And like I said, hopefully Boots is successful because I am going for Boots, man. I'm happy that he's over there with Matchroom and him and his family are making millions of dollars. Because one thing about me, I'm not a boxing hater, man. That's why I like, when I see guys and I know they hating, I call that shit out, man. Because, this is a tough sport as is, right? You taking it in blood, man. You taking it in blood. So when you hating on another family and a man for getting it in blood out the mud, that's why I go so hard behind the scenes on motherfuckers' helmets. Especially when you try to violate this right here, man. Because I went through that already with Jackal Fitness. And I said, never again. I said, anytime any of these dudes attempt to discredit my brand, my name, or my business, it's up, man. It's up, nigga. It's war. It's war. I don't care if you don't like my internet character. Hold on, let me take my glasses off and say this so you can see how sincere I am. I don't care if you don't like my internet character, right? Because half you guys sit up here and you co-sign character boxing media individuals all day long that do absolutely nothing in boxing, have been a part of nothing in boxing. But somebody that has put sacrifices in, put in the work, media-wise, marketing, and now, yes, Mr. 10% management-wise. I'm not playing those games no more, man. I'm not. And if you have a problem with anything that I say, when you see me in person, let's get to the understanding. But just know I'm with the understanding, man. By any means necessary. You know the slogan. You do have options. Look, you do have options, right? You can sell this like you got some class, or like my man Joe Dean said, you can get into some, really. The news. But how's the content looking, y'all? How is the content looking now? Later on, when I come back on, I'm gonna do my because I don't think I'm gonna be on tomorrow. Tomorrow's a big day. It's my daughter's birthday. Coach Reed is up. We was kicking it last night, man. Did you see I left my wallet? Man, I left my wallet in the machine, but Coach Reed went and got it for me. Then we ate good. I did a little work last night. That's why I had on the hater blockers, man. I throw my hater blockers on, man. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, CW. Appreciate you. I gotta get you on that Power Live. Did you watch Power yet, CW? If you wanna come on later when I do my Power Live, you can come on. I know you want. I know you said the 23rd. You wanna do it on the 23rd. But if you wanna come on, if you're not too busy, you can come on. I'm gonna do my Power Live. Right? It is what it is. Atlantic City tonight, y'all. For those y'all in AC, I can't make it, man. Tomorrow's my daughter's birthday, man. Family first over here, man. I would have loved to do it, But I'm rocking with you, Bozy. Shout out to Bozy, man. Solid, good brother, man. Appreciate you. Everything you have done for me and mine, man. You are always very highly respected over here, man. I deal with a lot of people in this boxing industry, and I can always say that, you know, you have always respected me and my family. So it's always love over here, man. I can't say that for a lot of other guys in this game, and they know what it is, man. I'm just calling a spade, man. You know, and then dudes feel some type of way when you go there. Like I said, when it comes to me and mine, I'm gonna go there, man. I'm a man. And you know what it is, the boxing industry, this is a warrior, blood and guts sport. But a lot of you guys secretly don't give it up like that, man. And y'all know who y'all are. Y'all are snakes. Y'all are fakes, man. Y'all not it, man. Y'all not it. And the one thing about when you are genuine, right? That's why I always say now you can't lie no more. You can't lie, man. You know, you cannot lie. But how was the table looking? I set the table up nice. Look, goods and services. Right, I'm about to get up out of here. So let me just market all of my products. Well, not all of them. I don't have them all here. But goods and services. I put it over here, man. I put everything up over here. Right, y'all can see that. Right. Here's the belt. How's the belt looking, man? I bought out the props today, man. You know, look, I bought out the props. How we looking? Jerseys available, 150, right here. You know? But how is the content looking now, man? Like I said in the short that I dropped, right? A lot of content creators, they be in competition. But when they realize you're not even their competition, Joe Dini's voice, right? Right? When they realize that you're not even their competition, they get lost in the sauce, man. They get lost because it's like, yo, bro, you're not even my competition. We don't have the same goals. We don't have the same ambitions. We're not even on the same field. You're not even in the game, especially if you are jealous fan zone. Because in order to get in the game, you got to be a fan of the game. A lot of you guys aren't even fans of the game. You guys are haters of the game, right? Bree said adjust the camera. How's that, Bree? Is it adjusted? Can you see this IBF belt right here? Can you see this CMOS? Right here, these are going for 50. Get them while they hot, man. Because in a second, they're going to be 75 and up. All right? The jerseys is 150. The jackets, tap in, right? See the patch there? 350 and up. Michelin Ness, Ava Rex, Pelly quality. Varsity jackets, you know, we do it all, man. We do it all, goods and services. So do us both a favor, don't compare us. I can never be Trash Gordon. You want my spot, Flash? You want my spot? I get it, man. I get it, man. Mr. 10%, man. Next time you say I'm riding the wave, make sure you mention my wave first, though. You heard? Make sure you mention my wave first. If you say that I'm riding anybody's wave, and this goes back to Earl Spence, because I was Jackal Fitness back then, with products and goods and services, right? If you say I ride somebody's wave, please mention my wave too, though, man. That's the only wave I ever been riding, man. How did Marlo say it? My name is my name, right? Hopefully y'all caught that. So how's the content looking, though, y'all? How's my microphone sounding? And I want to say shout out to all my channel members, my family, my producers. Look, we here, baby. We here. They laughed at us, man. They mocked us, right? Now they are mimicking and copying us, man. Go figure. But look, they can't really copy, man. Like I said, I don't really see these guys with goods and services and products. I don't see these guys getting in the game. I don't see a fighter saying, yo, he made the call. I don't see none of that yet, man. I'm waiting. Shout out to my Philly. I got a fighter in Philly right now, too, man. I'm growing. You guys are gonna see. It's a lot of stuff that I'm not even talking about right now. Because I keep wanting you guys to keep kicking yourself in the ass over content. That, like I said, you guys are Trash Gordon with the content, man. We are not the same. Shout out to the 4 that's in the building. Hopefully y'all hitting the like button, man. But yeah, how am I looking, man? I'm definitely gonna edit some of this stuff up, man. I got to. with all the products on the table, man. All the products, man. How am I looking, man? You know? Look, I'm indoors. If I wasn't indoors, I would pull a red dragon out and drop the red dragon on the table. But then you guys are definitely look. Look, you guys told on yourself last night, and I was going to work, right? When I had my Glock on me, I had the Glock right there, right here. It's right here, right? Y'all wanted to report my channel, but shout out to the brother that said carry conceal. He knows. Yes, anything else is uncivilized. I'm a business owner, man. I'm a businessman. I'm entitled to carry a gun like that for protection, right? For protection, right? In New York, I'm in New York with it, man. But I'm also licensed to carry in many other states as well. But I'm in New York with mine, man. You know how hard it is to get a gun license, let alone carry, conceal in New York? I got that, man. So that should just let you know I can never be no fuck nigga, right? Never be that, man. I'm Mr. 10%, man. I'm about mines, man. Yeah, so go run and tell that. And all you guys that like trolling, troll now, man. We here. Come troll. Come pull up on me, man. Come pull up on me. Right? I'm going to continue to keep winning, man. Because this is God did. God did. Look, I got a lot of different qualifications. Look. See this? And this is for y'all right here. When y'all see me running around with that, look. And that's not my only one. Look, I got a lot of them on me, but I just don't rock with them all. I got a lot of them on me, man. Don't play with me, man. I don't know what you thought, man. You was thinking, man. Keep listening to these dirty street, what my man Malik said, the dirty side of YouTube. Keep listening to them niggas, man. Because them niggas ain't growing. Them same dirty side niggas ain't doing a goddamn thing. Right? They not doing nothing. Right? I watched one of them dirty side niggas yesterday. I said it to my man Malik. I said, look, man, this nigga's gonna be on for 8 hours. No substance. What he's talking about. Right? No substance. He said official, like a referee with a whistle. Of course, Bree. That's the only way to be. Anything else is uncivilized. The name is Sauce. Yes, Sauce. Shy Sauce, like Bond, right? LCW, look. It's Sauce. Shy Sauce. AKA Mr. 10%. Stats. Stamped and certified. And please, don't hit me up asking for a Jihad Tucker deal, right? Because if you be like, yo, I want a deal like Jihad Tucker, I'm going to say, are you a Jihad Tucker type of fighter? Are they going to blackball you? Are you the goods? Can I say, yeah, this guy is 17 with the moves? You know, you got to have, look, the Matrix. You got to have the moves. Do you have the moves, man? If you got the moves, it's an easy sell. But if you don't have the moves, we can still work together. Because like I said, I'm connected with a lot of people now, man. You don't have to go to the major leagues, right? And that's what I've been stressing. Listen, I've been to the majors. To me, the majors is backdoor, cutthroat. They all cutthroat, but the majors that make you pull that thing out, that whistle. And, you know, then they want you, oh, I didn't understand. You know, you turn to Ice Cube. Remember how Ice Cube went to Priority Records? Yeah, right? You know? But it is what it is. But yeah, like I said, I got some guys right now, man. I'm about to end the live in 5 minutes and go get with some of my guys, man. That's what I do now, man. You know, but hit me up for anything that's on this table. You know, $50 right now. Don't wait, man. Because I'm telling you, you guys are going to wait and somebody's going to hit me up like, yo, I need one of those sea mosses. And I'm going to be like, yo, it's $75 then. I still do the jars locally, right? Locally, the jars are available, right? The jars go for $30, handcrafted, best quality, honey, right? You know my jars, man. For those that get them, my young fighters around the way, right? The season is changing, so I will be having the watermelon moors. You know, I do the watermelon moors in the summertime. Listen, I have a plug for the watermelon, but I don't be feeling like driving and traveling all the time. I got a plug. You know, right down the I-95, man. Maybe when I might invest in like a reliable, like cargo type of van and start making that move. And then I'll just be pumping out the watermelon moss all year round. That's a top seller. My watermelon moss, oh man, fire. Top seller, man. And that's probably one of the best mosses because it's made. Look, I'll give away my recipe on that because you're not gonna make it like me. That's made with straight watermelon. I don't use no water. Because what is watermelon? Do the math. Are you a chemist? Watermelon is what? Water. So you don't need no water. Straight moss and watermelon. And it's fire. Probably one of the best. I do put a little coconut water for those that request that. But me personally, I take a straight watermelon and organic honey. Man, yo, ask WCS. WCS had a blend that we made, I think, one time in Jersey. Might have been Jersey, I don't know. WCS been with us in many different. No, I think that was Tulsa. Tulsa, Oklahoma, I did that one. I cooked that one up in Tulsa. I don't think it was Jersey. It might have been Tulsa. Well, watermelon, man. I've been telling the fighters to get with me, like, yo, man, you want to really rehydrate, get that sea moss in you, man. Get that sea moss in you. Ah, man, CW said, sauce is the GOAT. Those donkeys don't know. They know CW. That's why they don't want to mention me, CW. But when they do, they try to discredit what I do. Or they try to talk about I'm riding somebody's wave, man. Tell me I'm riding my own wave, man. Look, I put the card right there. Y'all see that card? Right on top of the eagle. That's on top of the eagle, man. Right there, there you go. You see it? Hold on. You see it? Y'all niggas is crows, man. You see that eagle flying high right here? Eagles fly high, man. Yo, you niggas is trash guarded, man. I just go higher and higher up. And you niggas get dizzy or fall to the ground. Yeah, CW, didn't that crow get dizzy, right? He tried to jump out there and follow my moves again. And he just put out mad more trash. That's what you do to crows, man. When a crow will always try to fly like you, but they can't ascend. They can't hit those heights, man. They can't. You see how I did them too this time, right? I put you, Malik, Gumbo. Y'all flying high over these niggas, man. Y'all need to start a channel, man. Because y'all shit is popping right now, man. Between you, Gumbo, and Malik, yo, the clips that I dropped with y'all, well, WCS has a channel, so that's why I didn't mention WCS. But you, Gumbo, and Malik are popping. The little bit of content that I dropped with y'all and the source substance that y'all was putting out there, man, beating these guys in the head, man. These niggas be online, they respectfully, this is no gay bashing or nothing. These niggas is homos, man. These niggas be online talking about suck my dick. Nigga, I'll fuck you. Right? No, fuck you. No, fuck you. These niggas is gay, man, respectfully. They don't when they get into debates and arguments, they get gay. They don't be like boom. When y'all was talking about Shakur and Tank, right? Y'all was throwing y'all jabs and your counters and slipping with fact. These niggas would be like, yo, Tank suck. Yo, Devin suck. Man, suck my dick. Like, what? What's that have to do with their technique and their boxing style, man? That's what these guys do, though, man. But we don't, once again, my boxing character, I don't get with the dirty side of YouTube boxing, man. This is professional business. Get with me for the goods and services. How is the content looking now, man? But I hit my hour mark, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. Hopefully you guys were entertained. Were you not entertained? Please. Behind the scenes, on the scenes, look. Hold on, look. Why we good next to the bell? That's the RBF right here, man. I didn't want to bring in my welterweight. I mean my green belt, because that shit is autographed. I might have to clap somebody leaving up out of here, man. Because you know, buddies from around here, man. If they would have seen me with the Buddy McGirt autograph, Yeah, they might try me, man. I might have to. Yeah, I might have gotten into a shootout leaving. Yeah, right. Yeah. If you know, you know, man. Yeah, look, see, guns and butter, right? Yo, an autographed WBC belt from a Hall of Fame fighter. Buddy McGirt is a Hall of Fame fighter. He won the WBC. I have that autograph. That's guns and butter right there, man. That's guns and butter, man. See, these poor niggas don't know nothing, man. These niggas is poor. These niggas is poor, man. But hey, what do I know, man? How was the content today, though? I'm about to wrap it up. Let me know. Somebody let me know before I close out, man. I'm about to get up out of here, man. I got a lot of stuff to break down and put up, right? Behind the scenes was kicking it, right? How we looking behind the scenes? See my setup? Buddy's a 2 division champion, yeah. That's a fact, Bruce. Good stuff, thank you. Look at my guy, Bruce Gas, the OG. Show the OG on the behind the scenes. He said good stuff. Oh man, CW with the $5. Oh my God, CW, what are you doing, man? CW dropped the 5 spot, man. I gotta match that, CW. Hold on, well, I can't get out of here now. I can't get out of here. My guy CW dropped the 5 spot, man. Look, I was trying to wrap it up. Man, but I'm gonna wrap up the behind the scenes, right? But this is the Source Experience. The news by Shaw News Motion Talk, man. You know, you do have options, man.